Lord, I want to sing to you a love song, 'cause you came and revolutionized my life. The direction of my life was all so wrong till you came and filled my heart with life. I remember lonely days of pain and strife, when my nights were cold and full of mess. You came and filled my heart with love. You took away the night and you rolled away my many cares. Lord, I'm in love with you today, and I'll be the rest of my life. And though the times become so hard and everyone turns away, I'll cling to you all the rest of my life. I've known friends who made and broken their wedding vows. I've known friends who broke my heart sometimes. But the wonder of your love, dear Jesus Christ, will remain a song for me to sing. Yes, Lord, I'm in love with you today, and I'll be the rest of my life. And when the times become so hard and everyone turns away, I'll cling to you all the rest of my life. Lord, I'm in love with you today, and I'll be the rest of my life. And though the times become so hard and everyone turns away, I'll cling to you all the rest of my life. I'll cling to you all the rest of my life. I'll cling to you all the rest of my life. Itakufaidi nini, ewe mwanadamu, kiupata ulimwengu wote, hatimaye upoteze hiyo nafsi yako
welcome back to Sunday Best. And as I said since we began, today I know it's more of, you know, the authentic music, the authentic gospel, kutoka zile enzi. That's why this show is very special to Ndiema. Na amesema leo anitupe hapa so that I can also get to partake. So I have a very wonderful guest in studio. He's a singer, he's a producer, he's a songwriter, he's an author, and more importantly, a leader and a legend. And that's why today we have him on the show on our legend segment. Welcome. Karibu sana, Reuben.
Thank you very
Kigame.
much. Thank you.
So good to have you here.
Good to be had here.
I feel so honored to
No, the
have
honor
this
is
interview
mine.
with you.
Never had a show with you, so
Yeah.
at least in DM I know.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's not him interviewing me.
Ndiema, I hope he's hearing this.
No. We've talked a lot, so
Yeah.
it's good to have a new perspective.
Yeah. I'm so grateful to have you. And of course, now that I at least I can say I have interacted with you online.
Okay.
And from, you know, all the platforms on our media, you have such a big impact in our media.
Thank you.
And maybe I would even start there. Before we even get to know more about you.
Sure.
Where does that come from? The fact that you have roots in media. you one time you had a radio station.
Yes.
You are so
Do
much
you really
in
want to probe that?
the
Because,
music
okay, so
and everything.
it goes back to what my father did when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
He brought home our first transistor radio. I know you don't know what that is. You're all digital.
I do not.
Small box.
Wow.
You know, one speaker. No stereo. But that radio set became my life.
Wow.
I live with a visual handicap, so listening became so critical. So I was in love with the radio. I listened to news, I listened to the music and the interviews. So I just loved radio from when I was 10. So that revolutionized my love for, you know, news and anchoring and all of that.
Yeah.
No wonder I ended up putting up a radio station. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Is that the same place where the music sprang from?
Not really. For the music, my mother and family, you know, sang. My brothers played instruments, and so I picked that up from the family. And then, of course, when you go to school, these things are perfected. You meet more qualified musicians. The teachers then take you through music training and stuff like that. So you sort of grow talent or passion with time. Yeah.
I think for the Gen Zs, they don't know this, but me, I grew up listening to him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, today.
Oh, that's so
maybe
special.
we can sing one of your songs from those times. Yeah.
And which one do you prefer?
Enda Nasi.
Enda Nasi.
Yeah.
Okay. You want us to try that?
Yeah, let's try that.
I hope the guitar behaves. Tunaomba uwepo wako ende nasi, ewe Bwana wa majeshi, tusikie. Kama huendi nasi, hatutaki kutoka hapa, hatuwezi peke yetu, enda nasi. Tutavua mapambo yetu, vitu vyote vya thamani kwetu. Mioyo yetu twaleta mbele zako, tutakase na utembe nasi. Oh my goodness, I didn't know I was coming to meet a musician. You should have warned me.
You know, I realized when we were going to the chorus,
goodness.
I also wanted to shift to
Yeah, I
the next
know.
key.
That makes you a musician because you realize something was lacking, and that's the harmony. That's so special.
It's amazing.
You need to join me for my 30th album that I'm working on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Maybe I should.
Yeah, we're recording this year.
Oh, with the Sifa Voices?
Yes.
Wow. Tell me about Sifa Voices.
Well, I set up Sifa Voices as a way of changing the way we do church music. Everyone was used to the 4-part harmonies.
Yeah.
I wanted to sort of break from that to do 3-part harmonies, and then you double up on the lower one.
Yeah.
The way the Maranatha guys used to do in the past.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I wanted to move away from just the, you know, the choral to the use of the drums and the guitars and saxophone and all of those, you know, fusion type, you know. We lived with the missionaries saying that certain instruments were not good. In fact, if you took music, your parents said, no. So I wanted to break that mold.
Yeah.
And with the help of God, I think we have succeeded. Now, when I see, you know, what is coming out of Tanzania and what's happening in Nairobi, I'm so excited. By the way, I hold a slightly different perspective.
Okay.
It's not as if the older the music, the better, or that therefore we who sang in choir or our days had more authentic gospel.
See.
No, 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 no. Actually, it's the packaging that changes. And the older generation needs to accept that the young people have a different way of expressing themselves. So even what is contemporary, the big thing should be, does it carry the gospel? Does it carry the Bible?
I love
that. So it's not about the style.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. In fact, I almost bit my tongue trying to do rap. so
you've tried rap?
Of course. But then I said, this is not for me. But when I hear people who do rap so well, I just sit back and say, wow.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I've tried rock, I've done, you know, rumba, I've done country, I've done reggae.
My
you know,
goodness.
So I am passionate about young people taking the gospel to the next generation.
Wow.
So I'm saying, yeah, package it, rap on, you know, dance on, scream and yell and do spoken word, whatever. As long as the Bible remains central. And then we are pushing for, you know, character, we're pushing for righteousness, we're pushing for, you know, lifestyle evangelism. Yeah.
So where, for you, there's a lot of, what can I call it, foundation in the gospel, and having to push that even to the young people. Where does that come from? It
comes from my, you know, a collection of things. First of all, it comes from me. I'm a Democrat.
Oh.
Very open-minded.
Yes.
And so my perspective is not the only perspective. Yeah. So I've got to listen to what other people are saying.
Yes.
Because there are people who see things better than I do. That I must accept. And that includes music.
Yeah.
I play different instruments, but there are people who play better than me.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I'm a lyricist. I like poetry and so on. But I listen to what the young people are doing, and they do rhyme better than me. Some of them, you know, very spontaneous. Anaweza kukuweka mistari hivi, bila, you know. So I say, that's it. They're using their gift well. So that democratic space of listening to others. But the second thing is that I believe in people.
Wow.
Every time you see a glass half full or half, you know, halfway filled, you can choose to say it's half full or half empty.
Yes, I see.
For me, it's always half full. So I don't really see all the mistakes and the failures of people. I actually celebrate what they do well. And so that philosophy for me, it's a given. If you bring me the negative and the positive, I'll pick the positive. Yeah. And that's why I'm able to even laugh at myself. Instead of this pity party thing. Yeah. So I love people and I love to celebrate people.
Wow.
And if people are doing well, I get a high.
Wow.
You know, I get such hype.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's what's driving me into leadership.
Wow.
Because you see that the problems we have in Kenya can be fixed by just two things. One, love God.
Wow.
Two, love people.
Wow.
That's it. So if you love God, there are things you'll never do.
True.
Because he tells you what to do, how to live. If you love people, there are things you'll never do to people. So you always, you know, want the best for them. And you know the vision I have, if I could see people's faces, the vision I have for Kenya is seeing people with smiles, you know, like, you know, burdens lifted.
Yes.
So that everybody has a meal, everybody can get health services,
Wow.
everyone can go to school, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Then we think of other things.
Yeah.
But before those things are taken care of, we don't have Kenya yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
that's leadership.
That's leadership.
that's
But it's more than leadership. It's ministry. For me,
Service, yeah.
when I see a child, you know, grow well, when I see people happy, I'm happy. When I see people healthy, I feel good. When I see musicians succeeding, I feel nice.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. And in your album, the new album, with having said about the democratic view, are you maybe thinking maybe you would have like the contemporary young people doing music together?
Actually, I'll leave that for a surprise, but I have quite a few surprises. There's a young person I'm working with that is going to be doing something. But that I've always done that. You know, as early as, let's say, the year 2000. I was already involving rap in my worship songs. Yeah, I already was involving reggae in 1987.
Wow.
So I'm very open, and so there are a few surprises. In fact, this time I'm trying something I've never tried before. I'm writing a song from the Mount Kenya region. Oh. So I have sort of, I don't know whether to call it a kegosho or whatever. I'm trying something new.
I can't wait.
On the album.
I really can't wait.
And it's really, we need to celebrate our cultures.
Yes.
Yeah. When I translated Endanasi into Ekegusi, people thought, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm working with some people to do translations into Kalenjin, and then Pokot.
Wow.
And so the more, we did something, we translated a couple of songs into Kidavida, the Taita. And I mean, it would be so exciting.
Yes.
I've sung in, you know, some different languages, Kisomali, Arabic, whatever. We try. I mean, God is a God of the nations, and He accepts everyone. He loves everyone. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's interesting. You know, I always say, like, we go to churches and we've incorporated so much Nigerian, Agambe Burare. People don't even know what that means. By the way,
that is beautiful. You see, now that's bringing Africa together.
Yeah.
The flip side should be that Nigerians should be singing some Kiswahili.
Exactly.
Now, and we sing a lot of Zulu stuff. It would be nice to hear the Zulu sing Kikuyu.
Yeah.
So and that is the Pan-African spirit. That's what we really need to do.
Amazing. Now, before we delve into your books, you having been a legend, and I'm saying that because of your having remained in the gospel, and, you know, even the diversity of going to leadership, but you're still founded. What is that one thing that you can tell to the young people? You
know, if I could inject people with just one thing, it would be defend your character.
Wow.
Yeah. Anything else can, you know, do whatever else you want, but defend your character. Because it's not about how you dress. No. It's not about how you talk or eat or where you've gone to school or not. It is, can your character be a witness to other people? Yeah. So that Paul one time said, follow me as I follow Christ.
Christ, yes.
Yeah. If my character draws people to God, then I'm succeeding. Wow. If it's drawing them farther from God, then I'm not succeeding. Wow. Yeah.
Defend your character.
Yes.
There you have it, young people.
Yeah. And by the way, it is even as tricky as when Paul says, if something causes your brother to stumble, then you better not do it, even if it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week I had a post on Facebook. And I mean, I believed everything. It's fact-checked. Everything is... but it was offending a few people.
Oh.
So I pulled it down. Not because I did not believe in it anymore. But if people are misunderstanding... and I mean, it's so clear. It's as clear as night and day, but there are a few who are seeing, So I said, what's the price?
Yeah.
I mean, it was not there before. That. It's there. It's causing somebody unease. Take it down.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
It's actually looking at other people.
Yes.
And,
You have to put others before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's such a heart of service. You have amazing books. Some
think
of
so?
them, yeah, I mean, I've looked at them,
Yeah.
and I was actually telling Dema, you know, I've never actually had a Christian like
Apologist.
apologist. And you have another book with essays in African Christianity and theology.
Yes, that's the one I launched last week.
Could you tell me more about it?
We begin with the latter, isn't it?
Yes.
So the latter has 13 essays, mostly some of them are written from my doctoral work because of the research I'm doing.
Okay.
But some of them out of my interest in the controversial subjects. For example, the LGBTQI debate.
Wow.
And or ethnicity, tribalism, the issue of faith and politics. You know, people are asking questions and debating without reasoning
Yes.
through. So
Yes.
I took time.
Yeah.
For example, I think the LGBTQI question is chapter 11. And I've taken it from the Anglican Church perspective that dealt with it first.
Yeah.
But I'm asking some questions. So, you know, people just vote and say, hey, fanya hivi, you know. And Romans 1 says, you know.
Yeah, quoting
Now,
scriptures here and there.
I ask a question like, supposing your child was jailed, you know, for 10 years.
Yes.
And picked, you know, gayism from prison. Or, you know, your teenage son, 13, it's puberty, they go to school, they go to boarding school, and then they are inducted into, you know, because they are discovering themselves, so they experiment, they end up trying some things here and there. So when they come home, I'm asking parents, how do you address your the child who is a victim? Do you quote Romans 1 to them? Do you call the police?
That's a good question.
Do you call the police?
Yeah.
So, and then I give an example of a girl that I was counseling about 7 years ago. She was a lesbian.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to quit the lifestyle. And I talked to her, she quit, actually. 1 week before I published that book on essays,
Yes.
she got married.
Oh, wow.
To a man.
Wow.
What I'm trying to say is,
Yes.
you can't vote over LGBTQI. It's not something to go on the streets on. And this is also both for the church and the Muslims and so on.
Yeah.
But it is also for those who defend the so-called gays. It's not something about, let's go on the streets and defend this, let's go to court. Let's deal with the issue.
Yeah.
How, you know, do boarding schools contribute to this thing?
I love that.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So you blame the children when you, as a parent, are the one who
Haven't
took the
known
child
the roots.
to a same-sex, I mean, to like a girls' school or a boys' school. Then you blame it on the children, you know? And you take them at the puberty stage when they're discovering.
I love that.
So there are things to talk about. So I'm more interested in how do we engage.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if something is wrong, you hate the thing, but never hate the person. No. You can't, you know, kill someone because they are gay. You can't kill somebody because, you know, they stole something. Help them. Today, there are people who are caught up with stealing an orange or a piece of bread, not because they are thieves, but they've stayed 1 week without eating.
Without food.
And
I love
that is not in defense of theft.
Yeah.
It is, have we done everything to ensure they have food? If everybody has eaten, nobody will steal food. I'm telling you.
Yes. Because of time, maybe you can briefly just tell me about the Christian apologetics.
Yeah,
you featured so many people in your books as well.
So Christian apologetics is about explaining what Christians believe. You know, people ask so many questions.
Yeah.
Like, if there is a good God, why is there so much evil in the world? You know, so is Judas in hell? Or, you know, where did Cain get a wife?
I feel like this is what Christians should read, even to be able to handle debates, even with like atheists and, and stuff like that.
I teach the course at the university, but also I challenge Christians to answer those questions.
Wow.
If you are not able to answer the questions, then it also means you don't understand the faith. So take time to understand the faith.
Yeah.
But also, it means if someone has a question, you need to spend time with them. Like I've had debates with Muslims, I've had with atheists, with agnostics, and so on. That's what this book is about.
Wow.
That there are certain principles of discussion.
Yeah.
You agree that, first of all, we'll be respectful, we'll listen to one another, so put forth your case.
I love that.
You see, God says, come now, let us reason together. God is not an irrational being. Eh?
So the logic side of it.
Yes.
I love that.
Actually, there's a whole chapter there dedicated to logic, chapter 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So this teaches you how to do it, but it traces the history and the methodology, and then addresses different cultic questions, the occult, media, hermeneutics, all those different things.
Yeah.
Even Christianity as an African religion, because there are those who say Christianity is a Western religion. No, it's a very African. You remember Simon of Cyrene? He was from Libya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, because of time, we will end here, but I'm so grateful having come, and we can even tell the passion you have, are you a lecturer in theology?
Yeah, I lecture in theology. I do church history. I do apologetics. I do philosophy. So yeah, I'm excited.
Amazing, amazing. So make sure you get these copies. I know you've done another book, so there are 3, but this is the recent one. So you can get a copy. And where can people get the books?
Let them inbox me on Twitter at Reuben Kigame, and or on Facebook, Reuben Kigame. I'm on Instagram. And so inbox me, and it will be delivered to your doorstep.
Perfect.
But you can also go to All Saints Bookshop.
Yeah.
At the All Saints Cathedral. Soon it will be at Keswick, God willing. And then you can also, in Karen, you can go to the Africa International University. They have a bookshop there. It's available.
Wow.
Those outside the country, it's on Amazon.
Yes.
You can buy it as Kindle, and So if you are able to reach us, we will deliver it to your doorstep.
Directly. Love that. So you get yourself a copy of these amazing books. And thank you so much, Reuben, for being here.
Thank you.
I've learned so much in such a short time. It's such an
Welcome
honor
to my classes.
I will, definitely. And so we are going to, don't go too far, because after this we are finishing with freestyle from Reuben Kigame.
Najivika jezi wasia kudondoa kama Ayubu wa Uzi kwa waloti wa doa. Umeshakatwa mizizi kisikilala dongoni, lipo tumaini kwa mti ulokatwa, maana ukikatwa utachipuka tena. Lipo tumaini kwa mti ulokatwa, maana ukikatwa utachipuka tena.
Ujue Wapi shangwe? Nimechoka. Oh, Charity.
Yes, sir.
Leo tumecheza kwaya proper.
Umesikia? Umesikia ujue tu kwamba Mungu yupo.
Yes. Mimi nimefeel home sana. Stories nini za warazi nini kidogo. Kando sasa tuimbe kwaya, au sio?
This team has been a blessing to us, and it's unfortunate the show is coming to a close. We would have loved to have them the whole day. Unaona kama vile Bomas walimba kutoka asubuhi. Tungefurahi kuwapata hivyo sasa leo kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni. But the show has to come to a close, and it's been an amazing, wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming, kwa kutubariki kwa nyimbo zenyu. Leo ndiye maana nampatia aende ajoin kwaya yenu. Hawezi kuwa unatuambia vile wamekubless.
Sindio, na
siezi. Na wajoin. Wewe hata kanisa yao wande uingi hapo ndani. Wakupatia suti ya maroon.
Very soon nashika hiyo Kangundo Road. Tuende paka Koma, sio? Alafu tuingie kanisani. Asanteni, Mungu wabariki sana. Tunaomba kwamba atawapatia miaka mingi. Mumuimbie mpaka muwe wazee kabisa. Sindio? But thank you. All right. And I hope that you have been blessed, in the entire program. Amazing conversation with Reuben Kigame. Kumbe unaweza imba Charity?
Ai sana. Hey, usinione hivi.
All right. So I hope that was a blessing to you, and we just want Isaiah 41:10. We just want to encourage you that fear not. There is hope in whatever situation. Even in our nation today and elsewhere globally, that when things look like they are, fading and fading away to the darker side, that right in there is hope.
Amen.
And there is light. All right. So God bless you. Thank you so much. Walk with confidence. God is on your side, and He will do something great for you. Baraka tele.
Kabisa. Tukimaliza tunasema Mungu yupo. Pamoja. 3, 2, 1, go.
Mungu yupo. Hiyo za mjesema poa. Sindio, we can do better than that. Wacha tuseme kitu tofauti kidogo.
Tuseme nini?
Tuseme Mungu wabariki, karibuni KTN Home. Mko tayari?
Fantastic.
Mungu wabariki, karibuni. 3, 2, go. Mungu wabariki, karibuni KTN Home. Wapi makofi yenu jamani? God bless you.